welcome to Storytime. I am your Storytime reader, Ms Nikki. Today's read aloud is titled The Water Walker. This is a picture book biography of an outstanding human and environmental activist named Josephine Mandamin. Josephine Mandamin was an Anishinaabe First Nations grandmother who inspired countless people to care passionately about protecting water. How did you think she did that? We are going to read and find out together. But before we begin, I would like to add this book uses Ojibwe words, so we will be adding some new words to our vocabulary list. Do you remember the word Nokomis from the book We Are Water Protectors? You will be hearing the word Nokomis again today. Nokomis means grandmother. Another word you will be hearing often is nibe, meaning water. I will add the Ojibwe words, pronunciations, and definitions at the bottom of the screen. While we are reading, I want you to think and reflect on how you use water and how plants and animals use water. Okay, let's begin. The Water Walker, written and illustrated by Joanne Robertson. Nokomis loved Nibe, and Nibe loved Nokomis. Rain or shine, hot or cold, calm or wild. Every morning, like the women in her family before her, Nokomis hopped out of bed, and before doing anything else, she sang, Gichi miigwech nibe, for the life you give to every living thing on earth. I love you. I respect you. But one day, a wise Ogima told her, in my lifetime, the day will come when an ounce of water costs more than an ounce of gold. What are you going to do about it? Like an arrow, his words pierced Nokomis's heart. She looked around. She saw how people were disrespecting the water, wasting it, making it unfit for life. Day turned to night. Nights turned to weeks, and Nokomis remembered the Ogima's words. A few moons went by, and then one night Nokomis had a bawagan. Early next morning, Nokomis called her sister and Kwewak Nichis over for tea to talk about their responsibility to protect Nibe. 4 days later, Nokomis and the Mother Earth Water Walkers, as they came to be known, found themselves standing on the side of the road, wearing sneakers. Nokomis carried a copper pail full of nibe in one hand and a megizi staff in the other. If no one noticed nibe, maybe they would notice the water walkers. Maybe someone would ask why they carried nibe in their copper pail. Maybe someone would be moved to protect nibe too. Nokomis and the Mother Earth Water Walkers walked around all the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River. They walked every spring for 7 years. They prayed and sang to Nibe. They left Sema in every lake, river, stream, and puddle they met. They got up before the birds and went to bed when Nokomis Gizus rose. Nokomis was interviewed on television, in newspapers, and on radio. She was even in movies, but big companies, politicians, and even her next door neighbors still did not feel the urgency to protect Nibe. What more can I do? Wondered Nokomis. A year later, over by the Atlantic Ocean, a Nichikwe had a bagwagan which she shared with Nokomis as soon as she woke up. Nokomis shared the bagwagan with all the people she had met during her previous walks. Word spread fast across Turtle Island. Everyone began to prepare. Next thing you know, there were Kwewak standing at each salt nibe surrounding Turtle Island, with a copper pail in one hand and a Migizi staff in the other, wearing sneakers. In the west, Nokomis and the Mother Earth water walkers set off from the Pacific Ocean, saying, Naga Zijike Nibe Onji, I will do it for the water. 1 year after a devastating oil spill, Nokomis and the water walkers set off from the Gulf of Mexico, singing to Nibe and praying for healing for Nibe. Water, we love you, we thank you, we respect you. Next, Nokomis and the water walkers set off from the Atlantic Ocean in the east. At the send-off, they walked barefoot on the rocks and the beautiful petroglyphs and sang to Nibe. Putting on their sneakers, they started out on the migration trail their ancestors traveled hundreds of years before. In the frigid north, the ice was 5 feet thick. Nokomis and the Mother Earth water walkers put Seymour on the frozen Nibe, singing their thanks, respect, and love. Saltwater tears filled the Mother Earth water walkers' eyes as the 4 salt Nibe met Lake Superior. One day, the 4 salt Nibe will be reborn as clouds and be carried home on the wind, said Nokomis. Nokomis went through 3 knees and 11 pairs of sneakers walking for Nibe. She got her knees replaced and is at home resting up, taking the time to surf online for new sneakers. Every morning she puts down her Seymour for Nibe and sings her gratitude. She prays people wake up and realize that without Nibe, there is no life, and she continues to wonder. What are you going to do about it? The end. Nokomis Josephine Mandamin challenges us all to take responsibility to protect Nibe for future generations and for all life on the planet. Please take some time to think about how you use water every day, and as a first, second, third, or fourth grader, how you can help conserve. That means protect water. Thank you for listening. If you would like to learn more about Nokomis Josephine Mandamin, please click on the links in the description box. And like and subscribe too if you enjoyed this story. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other and stay curious.